Good morning, dear students. Let us start with the next topic. In the previous videos, we have already discussed about fractions. What are fractions? Various types of fraction. We have already done two operations on fraction, that is addition and subtraction. Today we are going to do the third operation on fractions, that is multiplication. I have segregated this two multiplication into two types, type 1 and type 2. In type 1, we will be discussing the multiplication of a fraction with whole numbers, and type 2 multiplication of a fraction with another fraction. If we multiply two fractions and if we multiply a fraction with a whole number, how to do? Let's see a question based on this. Multiplication of a fraction with a whole number. For example, I am having 3 1 by 4. Here this 3 is a whole number and this 4 is a fraction. Clear? So how to multiply? See, there is a simple rule for the multiplication of fraction, that for example, if we are having f1 fraction and f2 fraction, numerator d1 n1 upon d2, here n2 upon d2. If we are having this fraction, in multiplication what will happen? Simple rule is multiply numerators together and multiply denominators together. We will never bother about whether we are having like fraction or unlike fraction. We'll just simply focus on multiplication. And how we multiply? We multiply like numerator with numerator, denominator with denominator. This is the fundamental rule of multiplication of fractions. We never take LCM to convert unlike fractions to like fractions. We never bother about like or unlike in this case of multiplication. We need not to bother about like or unlike of the fraction in case of fraction. Basically we never. We just simply multiply numerator with numerator and denominator with denominator. Clear? So what we will do here, whole number I told you earlier also, whenever there is numerator but there is no denominator, denominator is always 1. So therefore what we will do, 3 into 1, 1 into 4, what is the answer? Answer is 3 by 4. Are we clear? Simply we have to do like this. Let's take one more example where you'll be having, for example, whole number and maybe you'll be having a mixed fraction. Mixed fraction, for example, like 3 1 by 2. So what will you do? You will convert this mixed fraction into improper fraction first. So after converting that, you will be getting 7 by 2. Now simply multiply 7 into 2 by 2, or see, one thing we can do, see, 4 and 2, they can be cut by each other because 2 is 4. So 2 into 7, 14 upon 1 is the answer. One rule I want to tell you, whenever we have to cut, we can cut numerator with denominator only. We cannot cut numerator with numerator or denominator with denominator. We cannot do that. We always cut numerator with denominator. I'll take an example. For example, you are having 4, 8, 7 and 14. Now you might be thinking, sir told us to cut. So 4 to 8, 2, 7, answer is 1, we will be getting 1. No. See, in this situation, what you can do is 4 into 8, 7 into 14. You can cut only 4 and 14. 2, 7. Answer is 2 into 8, 7 into 7. Answer is 16 upon 49. Are we clear? We can cut only numerator with denominator. This also, if they were divisible by each other, then we would have cut them. Otherwise, you cannot cut numerator with numerator or denominator with denominator. This is very important rule. Okay, so this is absolutely wrong. We don't follow this. We don't have such rule. So when we are cutting means if you see which can be reduced, here we have reduced them. So to convert them, because if you see this is the reduced form, lowest form of fraction, we can cut numerator with denominator. Clear with this? So let us start with next thing. Here we will be taking multiplication of fraction with fraction. So let's take an example, 5 by 2 and 1 by 6. So what you will do, simply 1 into 5, 2 into 6, Answer is 5 by 12. Clear answer. 5 by 12. Clear answer. Clear? Now, can you observe one thing? This is improper fraction, but this is proper fraction. So, result is proper. We'll see. Now, let us take another example. Let me take 5 by 3 and 16 by 7, for example. What I'll be getting? 16 into 5, 3 by 7, you'll be getting, that is equal to 80 upon 21. So can you see one thing? Improper result is improper. So when we multiply two improper fraction, result is improper. If even one of the fraction is proper, result is proper. You can check. I can prove you. Once I can prove this. Let me take one more example. Let me take 5 by 2, 2 by 3. Let us check again. 2 cancel. Answer is 5 by 3. Again, if you see, so here it's very important that whenever you will be taking two improper fraction, result is always improper. But when we multiply one improper or another proper, result can be improper also or proper also. So therefore, when one proper fraction is multiplied with one improper fraction, result can be proper or improper. But when two improper fractions are multiplied, result is always improper. Are we clear? Are we clear about this? Let's see one more important thing. Let's take two proper fractions. What will happen if we take two proper fractions? Based on that we can do. Let me take 2 by 5, 2 by 3. Answer is 2 into 2, 5 into 3, that is 4 by 15. We are getting proper fraction. Let us take one more example. Let me take 8 by 9, 9 by 11. Let's see. 9 cancel out, we will be getting 8 into 1, 1 into 11, that is 8 by 11. Hence, when two proper fractions are multiplied, result is always proper. So, when two proper fractions are multiplied, result is always proper. We can conclude from this. Clear with this point? You need to remember, because you can have direct question based on this. You can have direct question based, theoretical question based on this. Clear? So here we can have mixed fraction also. So you'll convert mixed fraction into improper fraction, then you can solve. Clear with this? So you have to understand the importance why I have segregated this in type. Because type 1 is completely involved in exercise 2.2 of your NCERT, and type 2 is completely dedicated to exercise 2.3 of your NCERT. That is why I have segregated them. So type 1 will be completely there in exercise 2.2 and type 2 will be completely there in exercise 2.3. Are we clear with this fundamentals? Why we are doing this and how to multiply? So simple thing, when we multiply we need not to take care of like or unlike, simply we have to multiply numerators and then denominators, and given is the result. Clear with this? So let us start with exercise 2.2 based on type 1. Exercise 2.2 immediately will start. I request all of you to open your NCERT with exercise 2.2. Exercise 2.2. First question. First question. Which of the following drawing A to D show? See, we have been given in the question, if you'll see the book, we have been given in the question following drawings. We have to tell which of the following denote the given fraction. For example, first question, we have to identify which of the following is the drawing for the exact. For example, first part is 2 into 1 by 5. It means 2 into 1 by 5, result would be for sure 2 by 5. Understand what it means. Basically it means when two parts are given and you are considering 1 by 5th of that. When two parts are given and you are considering only 1/5 of that. Let me take an example. For example, D part. D is the right answer. For example, two circles are given to us. Two circles are given to us and we have to consider their 5 parts. Understand this? For example, and in this only one of your parts is shaded. For example, this part is shaded and here this part is shaded. It's not mandatory that here also left, so there should be left. So understand what it means. Two parts are there, two whole parts are there, and out of 5 only one part is included. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 parts, only one part is included, 1 by 5. Out of 5 only one part is included, 1 by 5. Two parts are there, answer 2 by 5. So this denotes D drawing. Okay. Similarly, you have to do second part. 2 1 by 2. It's equal to what? If I solve 2 in 2 by 2, that answer is 1. If I see the figure, B part is the right answer because here I have been given 2 squares and there each part is shaded. So can you see what is happening? Two parts are there, two whole parts are there. Only one part out of two. One part out of two, one part out of two. Therefore, this is the correct option for the B fraction. Now, third one. Third one, 3 2 by 3. It means again I can cut, I'll be getting 2. Okay. So it means 3 shapes are given and out of 3 parts 2 are shaded, which is for option A. Option A is fulfilling this condition completely. See how option A is fulfilling this condition completely. If you clearly see, 3 parts are given, 1 part is shaded, 2 parts are shaded, 1, total 3 parts, 2 are there, total 3 parts, 2 are there, total 3 parts, 2 are there, and how many should be there? 3. How many such holes should be there? 3. 1, 2, 3. Therefore, option A. Are we clear? Fourth part. 3 1 by 4 means 3 by 4. That's absolutely C part. Just see, 3 1 by 4 means there should be 3 parts and 1 part out of 4. There are 3 whole numbers. 3 squares are there. We can see 3 squares are there. And in each square there are 4 parts, out of which only 1 is shaded. Therefore, this is the right option. Option C. This is fulfilling our condition. Clear with the question? How to do? Next question. Question number 2. Now the question is reversed. Now we have been given some pictures A to C are given below. Tell which of them show. This is your homework. You can do question number 2 as it is. It's same like before. Now they have solved it as the result. So question number 2, 3 1 by 5 is equal to 3 by 5, which is shown by figure C. Next, 2 1 by 3 means 2 by 3, which is shown by figure A. Next, 3 3 by 4 means 9 by 4. 9 by 4 means 2 1 by 4, which is shown by figure B. Are we clear? How big a figure B means, like it has been shown by figure 4 plus 4 plus 1 by 4. That is why. So I can write 9 by 4 as 1 by 4 by 4 plus 4 by 4 plus 1 by 4. If I solve, what I'll be getting? 4. 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 1, 9 by 4. That is why if you see clearly the picture, if you see clearly, complete 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 parts, 4 upon 4 completely filled, 4 upon 4 completely filled, and this part out of 4 only one part, that is why I've written 1 by 4. That is why 9 by 4. Clear with this? Next, question number 3. Multiply and reduce to the lowest form and convert into mixed fraction. We have to do 3 parts. First of all, multiply, convert into lowest fraction, and then mixed fraction. So, first part, 7, 3 by 5. So, if I solve, I'll be getting 7 into 3, 1 into 5, that is 21 upon 5. Lowest, it is already lowest fraction because we cannot reduce them further. If I talk about mixed fraction, I'll be getting 4, 1 by 5. You know how to convert into mixed fraction? Again, I'm doing for you. 21 by 5, 4, 21. Rotate like this. So 4 as the question, as the whole number. The remainder is acting as a numerator, and divisor is acting as a denominator. So this is the required answer. Next, part second, 4 1 by 3, that's equal to 4 by 3. 4 by 3 is 1, 1 by 3. 2 6 by 7, that is 12 by 7, again 1, 5 by 7. Fourth part, 5 2 by 9, that is 10 by 9, that is 1 1 by 9. Fifth part, 2 by 3 into 4 upon 1. You can put 1 if it's required, otherwise you can do directly also. So 4 into 2 by 3, that is 8 by 3, that is 2 by 3. Clear? Next, sixth part, 5 by 2 into 6, you can cut here, you'll be getting 15. Clear? 7th, 11, 4 by 7, again 11 into 4, 7 into 1, 44 by 7. If you'll see, you'll getting 6, 2 by 7. So can we try? Your homework is try 8, 9 and 10th part. Homework. You have to try. Try 9th, 8th, 9th and 10th part. It's similar. Clear? Question number 4. Question number 4. Shade first part. Question number 4, we have to shade first part. Shade half of the circles in box A. Let's see. For example, let me say I am having this box with me. In this box, I am having, as given in the book, we are having 12 circles. Each row is having 3 circles and each column is having 4 circles. So this is what is given to us in the question. This is what is given to us. He is saying shade half of the circles in box A. What do you mean by this? Shade half of the circles in the box. Half of the circles in the box. How many circles are there in the box? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 circles. If we shade them, what will be getting? How many circles we have to shade? We have to shade 6 circles. We have to shade 6 circles. So shade it. Simple. Anyhow, any 6 circles you can shade. Done. Are we clear with the question? How to do it? So B part you can try. We have to shade 2 by 3 of the triangle in box B. Let's take B part also I'm doing for you. 2 by 3 of number of triangles. And if you clearly see again, we are having 3 triangles in each row and column. 3 triangles in each row and column. Therefore, 2 by 3 means how many are there total? 9. 3 3 is 9. 2 3 is 6. Means how many? 6 we have to shade. Let's shade them. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Understand, 2 by 3. Don't you think 2 by 3 means we have total 3 parts? 1 2 3. Total 3 parts, out of which you have to shade 2 parts. 2 parts completely we have shaded. This is what it means. Here also 1 by 2. 1 by 2 means I have to divide this into 2 parts. This is first part, this is second part. First part I have to. First part I have completely shaded. Clearly with this? So you can do like this. Third part is your homework. Okay. Question number 5. Question number 5. Question number 5 states of, very important operation, find. First part, 1 by 2 of 24. Second part, 36. Understand the meaning of this of. Of looks like a preposition. If we talk about grammar, in grammar we have position. For position we of, for time we use, various purpose we use of as a preposition, right? So what is the meaning of here? If you see BODMAS, BODMAS, where B stands for bracket, O stands for of, and this of means nothing but multiplication. This of means nothing, multiplication. Understand the meaning, that what is the difference between of and multiplication. Whenever we talk about of means part of something. Of is used to denote part of something. Where multiplication is simply used that we have to multiply the numbers or fractions, whatever is given. Simply we have to increase the result. This is what multiplication. Multiplication means repeated addition we have to. But of here denotes the part of something. For example, half of 24 means half into 24. It means answer is 12. It means that 12 is half part of 24. 12 is half part of 24. This is what is the main difference. Here we are getting part. We are discussing about the part. That is why we have converted of into multiplication, that we have to. This is what is the part of. Here, for example, I can take brilliant example. You are the part of my class. You are the part of my class. It means you belong to me. You people belong to me. You are my part. Same thing, 12 is the part of 24. 12 is the part of 24. That is why of. Then second part, 1 by 2 of 36 means 1 by 2 into 36. That will be getting as 18. So what is the meaning of this? Half part of 36 is 18. Half part of 36 is 18. Are we clear with the meaning of of? Of means part, but its resultant is we always multiply. But understand, whenever we read the statement, of here means half of 24 means half part of 24, and that is 12. It means 12 is the half part of 24 or 18 is the half part of 36. Clear with this? So can we try? We have too many parts for this. One part I have done. B, C and D part is your homework. Please try, so that if you have any problem we'll be discussing in the classes. But try. One part I have discussed with you as an hint. Next, question number 6. Question number 6. Multiply and express as a mixed fraction. Multiply and express as the mixed fraction. Let us see what it means. So A part, 3, 5, 1 by 5. I told you, I've already discussed, whenever you see mixed fraction, to solve any problem in mixed fraction, it must be converted into improper fraction. So what we will do? Simple. 3 by 1 as it is. 5 into 5, that's 25. 25 plus 1, that's 26 upon 5. Simple multiplication. 6 into 3 into 26 upon 5. That is equal to 78 upon 5. If we talk about 78 upon 5, you'll be getting 1. Yes, you'll be getting 5. 3 upon this. Clear? So 15, 3 by 5 is your answer. Next, I'm doing D part for you. Almost same. All parts are same. 4, 6, 1 by 3. It means 4 upon 1, that's 19 upon 3. 4 into 19 upon 3. 4 into 19, when we think, that is equal to 76 upon 3. 76 upon 3 is 15, 1 by, sorry, it's 25 because it is 76 by 3, sorry. So 15, 1 by 3. 25, 1 by 3 is the answer. It will cut. Clear? Question number 7. Question number 7. Again, now we'll be having off of mixed fraction also. Again, I'll be doing one part. Let me do B part for it. Question number 7. Find B part of it is 5 by 8 of. First part 3, 5 by 6. Second part 9, 2 by 3. Let's see. 5 by 8 of 3, 5 by 6. First part I'm doing. So it is 5 by 8 of means multiplication. This means 18 plus 5, 23 upon 6. If I solve, I'll be getting 115, yeah, upon 48. This is what is the answer. Now understand the meaning of this. Again, it means 115 upon 48 is the 5 by 8 part of this. If you clearly see, this is 5 by 8 part of this complete. Are we clear about this? So rest of the questions you can do, A part you can do as in homework. Question number 8, last question of the exercise, question number 8. We have two characters. Vidya and Pratap, who went for picnic. They both went for the picnic. We have Vidya and we have Pratap, and they both went to a picnic. Yeah. Their mother gave them a water bottle that contained 5 liters of water. Their mother gave them the water bottle that contains 5 liters of water. Very good. Drinking of water is very good for health. You must keep yourself hydrated. Right now it's scorching heat outside, and even drinking water in good quantity, at least 4 or 5 liters of water is good for your health. So keep yourself hydrated throughout the day. Keep drinking water. It will not do any damage to your body. Rather, it will bring improvement. Your digestion will improve. Everything will improve. Your body will glow. Everything. Your mind will be sharp. Everything. That's very, it helps in removing the toxins from your body. So you will be getting detoxins. Okay. Toxin means dirty things will be moving out of your body. all the waste material will be moving out from your body. So it will be helping in you keeping yourself detoxing. Detoxing means, what do you mean by detoxing? Removing toxics. What are toxics? Like a poisonous waste materials from your body. So it's very, very important. That is why very good. I believe it's a very good value based question. 5 liters of water bottle she has given. Vidya consumed 2 by 5 of water, Pratap consumed remaining. First part, she consumed 2 by 5 of water. It means she consumed 2 by 5 of 5 liters. And the remaining, of course, if the total quantity is 1 and Vidya consumed 2 by 5, so what part he consumed? Simply he'll be consuming 3 by 5 part. So he'll be consuming 3 by 5 of water. It means 3 by 5 of 5 liters. Clear? I am just doing the layout. I'll do the proper question. It means she consumed what? 2 liters of water. And he consumed what? He consumed 3 liters of water. So who got benefit of this? Definitely Pratap. Definitely Pratap. So question is, how much water did Vidya drink? And what fraction of total quantity of water did Pratap drink? The first question is, the quantity of water that Vidya is given, no? That Vidya drank is equal to drank. It's always drink, drank, drunk. Drink, drank, drunk. Do you remember? Because in the question it is did. So whenever did is there and when we have to write the sentence, it means we have to use the second form of the verb. That is why I've written drank. The quantity of water that Vidya drank is equal to what? 2 by 5 of 5 liters. Therefore, that is 2 by 5 of means this. 5 liters means she drank 2 liters of water. Any doubt? Next, question number second. Question number part second. What fraction of the total quantity of water did Pratap drink? The fraction of total quantity of water that Pratap drank is equal to what? 1 minus 2 by 5. Why 1 minus 2 by 5? 1 is total. I told you 1 denotes the whole quantity, out of which 2 by 5 of water is drank by whom? By Vidya. Therefore, he drank 3 by 5 of water. It means, therefore, this is the fraction. If I ask the quantity of water he drank, answer is very simple. 3 by 5 of 5 liters. 1, therefore 3 liters of water. So he drank 3 liters of water, whereas let me do this segregation so that you don't get puzzled with this. Here I am talking about Vidya, here I am talking about Pratap. So Vidya drank 2 liters of water, Vidya drank 2 liters of water, Pratap drank 3 liters of water, Pratap drank 3 liters of water. So who got benefited here? Pratap got benefited by 1 liter. Even then 1 liter will be helping him because they went for a picnic. And when you are there in the picnic, you will be sweating a lot. If you will be sweating a lot, your body will get dehydrated. Means there will be less amount of water present in your body. So to keep yourself hydrated, we need to keep drinking water again and again after frequent intervals. So at least you must drink 3 to 4 liters or 4 to 5 liters of water to keep yourself hydrated. This is a very value-based question actually. Value-based question. Here shows the importance of drinking water in day-to-day life. Even your blood circulation is very proper. Who drinks water daily, it purifies your blood also. And there is a proper circulation of blood. No clotting will be there in your blood. It's a very good benefit of drinking water. Clear? So till then, have a wonderful day. We'll be covering till exercise 2.2 only. In the next video, we'll be doing exercise 2.3. Till then, have a wonderful day and blissful day. God bless you all.